Do you know which is the safest cryptocurrency in the world? Well, I think I do. And I'm here today to help us better understand Wise Token cryptocurrency and the Wise ecosystem. Hello, I'm Randall. Welcome and nice to meet you. I first got into decentralized finance, which also means DeFi crypto, not too long ago in 2020, and I think I've learned a lot since then. If you are newer to DeFi cryptocurrency and wondering, is there even a safe crypto that still has a huge potential upside? The answers are yes and yes. So I want to share with you and with my friends and family too, Wise Token and Wise Staking, so that you can have a really good experience in your crypto journey and not lose your money or get scammed by some meme coin or garbage coin being promoted and shilled to you by a celebrity or so-called influencer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to safely earn huge APY interest on your Wise tokens by teaching you how to create your own Wise token stakes. I'll also tell you how you can earn passive income by promoting Wise token staking, if that's a thing for you. Let me add, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not telling you what to do. You're going to need to do all your own homework. This video is an educational and teaching video on the wonderful world of Wise tokens. So stay with me because I'm also going to have for you an appealing offer later in case you become interested in jumping into Wise token. Also, for us people over 40 who have been a bit shy or even afraid to explore crypto thus far, I don't blame you. Perhaps you've been very wise up till now, but let me be your guinea pig and just share with you what I've learned. And even if you're already a crypto pro, I'm certain you'll pick up a thing or two. Here are the things that we're going to be learning together today. What is Wise Token? Just remember, Wise Token is a staking token. Then we're going to have the privilege of hearing a personal conversation I have with Peter Girr, the founder and creator of Wise Token. Next, we'll examine the Wise ecosystem as a whole and discover how this perfect closed-loop environment creates the ideal personal crypto banking system. Next, I'll show you the simple steps you must take in order to onboard into Wise Token crypto for people newer to DeFi cryptocurrency who are finally ready to take the plunge. And last, I'll show you how to create your own Wise Token stakes so that you too can begin to earn huge APY rewards. And as a bonus, I am revealing 14 golden nuggets throughout this video, which are powerful truths to be remembered that will encourage you on your noble quest for Wise Token. Well, we're ready for the first of 14 golden nuggets. This one is particularly beautiful, although all of my golden nuggets are great. This one says, get excited. Wise Token is a unicorn within the world of cryptocurrency. That's right, there is absolutely nothing like Wise Token. It is unique and elegant in its design and fairness, as you will soon see. As we continue to answer what is Wise Token, let's visit the very best place to learn everything there is to know about Wise, wisetoken.net, the main website and hub for all things Wise. I want to give you a brief introduction to this website so that when you return here on your own, you'll be better prepared to navigate and to learn. Also, we'll bounce back to this website several times during this video to investigate the core documents stored here. The first thing I'd like to highlight on this website is that Wise is backed by Ethereum, and this is absolutely consequential to making Wise everything that it is. As you probably already know, Ethereum is the second largest cryptocurrency in the world behind Bitcoin, and Wise Token is the first and only cryptocurrency in the world that is backed by Ethereum. Wise Token has done a fabulous job establishing this nearly $100 million ownerless locked liquidity pool on Uniswap, which is what makes Wise fair, safe, and powerful. Also, I believe that as the market cap of Wise Token continues to grow, this ownerless locked liquidity pool will grow to billions of dollars. As we continue to explore this website together, let's scroll down and see what's next. But first, let me point out that this ownerless locked liquidity pool for Wise Token updates frequently, so you'll see this number change according to market conditions. Next, we'll find a 2-minute video presentation, which is a fantastic overview of Wise Token, and I'm going to play this for you in just a couple minutes. Next is our list of products that make up the core of the Wise ecosystem. The first is the Wise staking platform built into this website, and this is a place I like to visit because I can check on my existing stakes and see how I'm earning. As well, I can create new stakes anytime I'd like. We are going to drill down on a couple of my stakes to take a closer look so that you can see as well how I'm earning and what they look like. And later in this video, I'm going to actually create a brand new stake so that you can see how easy it is. The next product is really the star of the Wise ecosystem. It's wiselending.com. Wiselending.com is a sophisticated lend-borrow site that offers best-in-class APY. Wiselending.com was also built over the last 3 years from the ground up and was recently launched. This platform has the opportunity to earn significant revenues for the Wise ecosystem, which will be poured back into the community through a buy and burn policy. We're going to take a deeper look at Wise Lending in just a little while also. The third and final product that makes up the Wise ecosystem is liquidnfts.com, another lend-borrow site that allows you to borrow against your blue chip NFTs. Unfortunately, the NFT market has dried up, and so this website is on hold for a little while, but this website will reactivate once more real-world assets are tokenized. Moving on, we'll see that there are a few fascinating facts about Wise. I'm going to let you read these next time you visit wisetoken.net. And here's the founding team. Peter Girr, the founder, we're going to meet him in a little while, so you'll want to meet these guys on your own when you visit the website. Below that are frequently asked questions. These are really great questions with great answers. What is the use case for Wise? What does backed by ETH mean? How are DAO token holders incentivized? Does Wise have any inflation? What else makes Wise unique? And how can I get my own referral link? You're going to want to explore the answers for all of those. And finally, down here at the bottom, we'll see the white paper. This is part of the documents that I implore you to read on your own. At the very top of this website, there's these 3 bars which also show documents. This is a Gitbook document, and it is the place where we're going to come back and visit a couple times. Now is our chance to watch together this short video presentation.
The Wise token is bringing confidence to cryptocurrency. Our goal is to educate and onboard the world of crypto, giving you and your family a safe and exciting place to start. You may be saying, I prefer to hold cash. Well, please don't shoot the messenger, but with the recent money printing in the United States, around 23% of all US dollars in circulation were printed last year, making our $1 worth more like 90 cents. And then there's the banks, with their sad interest rates of 0.06%. Yet they turn around and charge 6% interest on a student loan. This is why cryptocurrency is quickly gaining popularity. It's also faster to send, more secure, has significantly lower fees, and can yield higher interest rates since there are no greedy institutions taking a cut of your money. This is why the world is moving to decentralized digital finance. But beware, as most decentralized finance companies actually remain partially centralized by a team who can take a small cut of your money or control the circulating supply of their ecosystem. This is where Wise shines. Apart from Bitcoin, the Wise ecosystem uses the first truly decentralized cryptocurrency. Wise is also the first digital asset-backed cryptocurrency. This means, as decentralized finance continues to gain value, so does your Wise investment. Wise is setting a new standard, not so that we can profit, but so that you and your family can have a safer and more enjoyable experience with cryptocurrency. The Wise token. Crypto with confidence. Get started today at wisetoken.net.
Okay, that's a great video. Very good overview. I'd like to share a couple comments now. Really, they're just my opinion on matters, but President Trump recently signed an executive order establishing a strategic Bitcoin reserve, which marks a profound policy shift in the attitude of the United States towards cryptocurrency. I find this very interesting and very promising, frankly. Here's another opinion of mine. There's going to be a massive economic shift coming, and we all need to prepare for it. The current economic situation is rather frightening, in my opinion. The dollar is weakening every day, and our dollars are becoming worth less and less every day. We all know this is true. The question is, what are we doing about it? Well, let's move on. We have 2 golden nuggets back to back. Okay, let's take a look at golden nuggets number 2 and 3. Rest assured, you can never be rugged since Wise has over $100 million in locked liquidity. And number 3, DYOR, do your own reading. Nobody is going to read for you. Here is a statement by the founder of Wise Token, Peter Girr, that is located within the documents section on the website. And I find that this statement does very well in reiterating a lot of what we've already learned in just the last 10 minutes or so. Now, I told you that you must do all of your own reading in DeFi, and it's true, but I've asked a friend of mine to read this for us, and he has generously agreed. So let's hear from the heart of Peter Girr as read by my friend.
The vision for Wise, in the words of our founder. First, we gathered a pile of Ether from the community and merged it with Wise token via an ownerless Uniswap liquidity pool. Pairing our token with an unruggable pool of ETH ensured that, at the very least, Wise is supported by the ETH value in our pool. Then we got to work on our revenue-earning crypto apps that are designed to consistently buy and burn Wise. Once Wise is appreciating versus ETH, many projects will want to pair their token with Wise instead of ETH to piggyback off our revenue streams. This is a really important catalyst for exponential growth in Wise. No traditional company can follow in our footsteps, because companies are not designed to build things they don't own or benefit from directly. By creating the Wise ecosystem to efficiently reward users without gifting a slice of it to myself, we have eliminated any possible competition, because there is no arbitrage to be gained from relaunching the system. Instead, projects will simply join us by pairing their liquidity with Wise. Peter Girr.
All right, it's time for golden nugget number 4, which says, remember, Wise is backed by Ethereum and powered by DeFi lending apps. Well, here we are bouncing back to the main website, wisetoken.net, because I want to show you again where the documents are located. These documents are a source of fantastic knowledge, and as we all know, it's through reading that we gain critical information. So in the upper right-hand corner in the drop-down menu, we'll click that and find Documents, click on Documents, and here is the core set of documents that I'd like you to read on your own time. But I will read this opening paragraph. The Wise ecosystem, the fairest, safest, and most decentralized DeFi ecosystem ever built, and the best place to earn more crypto. Wonderful. Now that you know where the core documents are stored, let's bounce back to the main website and search for the white paper. The white paper is located at the very bottom of the home page, and let's click on that. Okay, this is a technical specification paper loaded with rich details. And of course, I'd like you to read this, and again, of course, I'm going to read a little bit to you. The Wise token purpose. The core purpose of Wise token, staking, is similar to both bonds and CDs, certificates of deposit, rewarding the holder with earned interest in exchange for locking up their funds for a period of time. Wise incorporates some of the features from both of these traditional instruments, but improves greatly upon them. CDs tend to be lower risk, lower return, and only pay out interest on their maturity date. Bonds tend to be somewhat higher risk, higher return, and pay out interest regularly on a set schedule, typically every 6 months. Wise is most similar to a bond in that it earns relatively high interest, but allows users to withdraw it whenever they want. Wise is superior to bonds and CDs in every way. Wise gives the staker complete flexibility in choosing exactly when to withdraw their interest during the life of the stake. You can withdraw interest daily, irregularly, wait until maturity, or whatever you like. Wise stakes have higher return, much lower risk due to being decentralized and trustless, and far higher flexibility than both bonds and CDs. No more trusting banks and governments to stay solvent and not change their rules. No more worrying that a bond issuer may default on you. Wise is pure, immutable code. By now, you've realized that Wise staking is a major theme throughout this video, and it continues with our next golden nugget, number 5. Get more Wise tokens wisely. Earn them through staking.
Here are some of the amazing features and benefits of staking Wise tokens. Make gains like a pro. Basically a bond on steroids. Stake for up to 42 years with regular staking. Set it and forget it mindset. Flexible withdrawals means you are in control. With advanced staking, you can sell, transfer, or borrow against later. Trustless smart contracts. No risk of getting rug pulled. Massive liquidity 24 hours a day. Ladder staking strategy brings activity for years and immutable decentralized Web 3.
Now we find ourselves on this slide, which I created in Keynote in order to highlight my top 10 favorite YouTubes by Peter Girr. The official Wise Token YouTube channel is called Wise Admiral, and Peter goes by the moniker The Wise Admiral. We're going to take a look at a few seconds of each of these first 3 videos, which really are my favorite 3. And this YouTube channel is really a repository of 40 plus videos Peter has made over the last 5 years. If you'll watch all of these videos, it will greatly support your continued education into all things Wise. Here's the second page of my top 10 favorite YouTubes by Peter Girr. And here's a pro tip. Pause this video right now and take screenshots of each of these pages. Then go watch all of these videos. We've already arrived at golden nugget number 6. Watch every YouTube by founder Peter Girr at channel Wise Admiral. Here's our first chance to hear from Peter Girr himself in his own words as we take a sample from this video he created about a year ago titled, "What is Wise Token?" We're still answering that question together, but so far I hope it's come across that Wise is fair, safe, and powerful. Let's listen.
What's up, crypto enthusiasts? We just had a nice update to our main website, updated some wording and some links, some buttons, and it is really a great tool for onboarding people to Wise and also explaining how the ecosystem works. So we're going to go over that in this video, and feel free to use this video to onboard others to the Wise Token ecosystem. And also, I'm sure there's going to be lots of clips in here for people to snip as well. So let's get into it. First of all, we can see at the top here that Wise is backed by Ether and powered by DeFi lending apps. So we'll get to the Wise is backed by Ether parts in a minute, but let's focus first on powered by DeFi lending apps. So underneath here, it says Wise has a price floor in ETH and the largest liquidity pool on Uniswap. That's what creates that backed by Ether part. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's focus on.
Okay. Well, we snipped a clip. Let's move on. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention earlier that during our time together, we'll be meeting 6 or 7 wonderful, fascinating, and majestic flying creatures known as owls? Please meet Victor. He gazes towards us with intensity and with eyes of fire, and yet he possesses a heart of concern. I believe he hails from a long lineage of professors. So this brief AI definition of decentralized finance is a very good reminder, even for all of you experienced crypto people. And certainly for people newer to crypto, this will help lay a solid bedrock for your understanding. Victor would now like you to please pause and read this for yourself, then continue watching. Our new owl friend Victor just told me that he also wants you to watch this 16-minute YouTube video on your own time, and the link is below in my description, and we'll sample this video right now for a few seconds, but it is superbly put together by Whiteboard Crypto answering what is DeFi. So having a complete grasp on DeFi crypto is greatly going to assist you in your journey.
What is DeFi? Well, it stands for decentralized finance. In the past, we have always used centralized finance,
which is where there's a central authority that controls the flow of money. The government and the banks control it. They don't really say they do, but they do. They can print more of it if they want to. They can stop you from borrowing it if they don't want you to. They can even stop you from having a bank account. If they wanted to, at any time, they could have your money. They have your money, so they could change it, and you really couldn't argue against it. I mean, you could, but how would you prove it? You gave your money to them. It was based on trust. Also, if you're running a business, they limit what you can do. For example, right now, if you have a little...
Okay, let's move on. This is a glossary of DeFi terminology. I just wanted to share this with you because it's really helpful to become familiar with a lot of the verbiage and the type of language that's used in DeFi. So study this on your own time. The link will be below. And let's keep moving forward. Now we get to meet our second owl, and this is Nina. I don't know Nina very well, and as a matter of fact, I'd like it if you could help me with a description of Nina. Who is she? If you would add some comments below, I would appreciate it. All I know is that Nina is a badass. And she brings to us some additional DeFi terminology that you would do well to look up and become a little bit familiar with. This is my absolute favorite video created by Peter Girr almost 5 years ago, titled Wise Token Complete Overview, Easy for non-crypto users. And in it, he does a fantastic job describing the problems in crypto and how Wise Token is the solution. We'll sample this video right now. The link will be below in my description, and I encourage you to watch this video in its entirety on your own.
What's up, crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to Wise Staking. I've got another awesome video for you. This time, we're going to give you an entire overview of the Wise token from beginning to end. If this is your first video you see on Wise, you're going to understand it by the end, and I'm going to explain things so that even if you're new to crypto, you're going to get it.
Okay, moving on. Well, here we are. Golden nugget number 7, which says staking Wise tokens is the mindset of set it and forget it. And I love this idea because that is staking. The idea is to lock up our tokens for a period of time and be rewarded with really high APYs. And I also like this idea because I'm protecting myself from me. I'm giving myself the time to earn slowly and grow my wealth and portfolio. And so staking really does a great job in helping us diversify our net worth and protect ourselves. And so we're going to take a close look at some of my stakes in just a minute. We're next going to look at the staking documents, and then one more golden nugget, and then I'm going to show you what my stakes look like. Okay, let's skip back to the main website again and pull up the documents on staking. I'd like for my friend Alice to read these to us before we take a very close look at some of my stakes so you can see how I'm earning.
How to create Wise Stakes. Wise stakers are rewarded for making Wise more scarce by locking it up. Staking rewards are funded with 75% of the annual Wise inflation. Unstaking Wise early is penalized, so staking Wise creates a supply shock and a predictable future price floor. To start a stake, go to the staking app and select the regular or advanced staking tab. Advanced stakes are recommended since they are bonded to an NFT that can be sold, transferred, or borrowed against later on. The max length for an advanced stake is 10 years, so if you wish to stake for 11 to 42 years, then create a regular stake. Either way, you can use our easy button seen below to start a stake using Ethereum or Wise already in your wallet. Input the amount of Ethereum or Wise you wish to use for your stake. Ethereum will be converted to Wise for the stake if you select that option. Then input the desired stake length in days. On the right, you will see 2 ways to increase the amount of shares on your stake. Shares directly affect the APY you will earn on your stake, so it is best to get all the bonuses you can. You gain an extra flat 10% APY from using a referral link. You can select Wise Team Referral in the referral section if you need one. Select Cookie Referral Addy instead if you have used a link from a friend. And please remember that Randall would be proud to be your friend. The other way to increase your shares is to stake for a longer period of time. You can get an extra 5% bonus shares for every year. You stake up to 25% for 5 years. A 10-year stake will earn significantly more than 2 back-to-back 5-year stakes because you get to keep your original share price for double the time. Since share rate increases every time someone closes a stake, this will add up to significantly more APY over the final 5 years. Scraping interest on Wise stakes. The interest earned on Wise stakes can be collected at any time by scraping. This does not affect the principal amount of staked Wise, but it does reset the shares amount of the stake, meaning the shares advantage for staking earlier is reset, as if the stake was started on the day you scrape. This will cause a significant reduction in APY for the remainder of your stake, so scraping is not recommended unless the stake is nearing maturity. Subsequent scrapes do cost significantly less gas, and closing scraped stakes will cost slightly reduced gas fees. To scrape, click the magnifying glass on the right-hand side of your stake, then scroll down on the left-hand side of the pop-up to find the button to scrape the interest on your stake. Ending a Wise stake before maturity. You can end your stake any time before maturity for a significant penalty. The penalty is equivalent to the percentage of time you have not completed on your stake. For example, a 100-day stake ended on day 30 will cost 70% of your principal to end. The penalized Wise is distributed proportionally among the remaining Wise stakers. Interest earned on stakes is never penalized. To end your stake, click the orange X on the right-hand side of your stake and then click the Terminate Stake button on the pop-up.
Thank you, Alice. You did a fantastic job. Here we've arrived at Golden Nugget number 8, which says, enjoy 10% bonus shares when you use my referral link, that is Randall's referral link, for your stakes. Now, the good news is you can use anybody's referral link. You don't need mine, but you really should use one, otherwise you're throwing away 10% more shares, which strengthens your APY earning power. Now we're going to take a close look at my stakes, and then we're going to hear a personal conversation I have with founder Peter Girr. Finally here, I'm so glad to be able to show you some of my stakes because visuals help, don't they? And I'm so grateful and proud to be earning these high APYs safely and slowly. We're going to take a look at 3 pages of my stakes with a brief description, and then we'll get a short update on our progress, and then my personal conversation with Peter Girr. Okay, let's take a look at the details of 3 pages of my stakes. The first 2 pages are of regular stakes, and the third page is of a couple advanced stakes. Now, regular staking, remember, you can stake from 1 to 42 years, with advanced stakes only up to 10 years. But advanced stakes have the huge advantage of being able to transfer these, sell them, and in the future borrow against them, and that is a lot of power. All right, so let's drill down on some of the details. You can see the date the stake was created, the progress bar of the stake, the lockup remaining days left, the amount of tokens that I staked. Right here you see 110,000, that's a big stake, 110,000 tokens, which converted into 884,000 shares. Well, what does that give me? 20% APY. That's what we're looking for, are these high APYs. And remember, the more tokens you stake, the more APY you get. And the earlier you stake, the more APY you get. And the longer you stake, the more APY you get. Okay, so that's the trifecta that we want. You want to make your stakes early, you want to make your stakes with a lot of tokens, and you want to make your stakes for a lot of years. So look at the APYs that I'm getting here on these stakes: 20%, 18%, 23.2, 22.2, 21.7, and 21.8. Now, also a couple of these stakes are 10 years, and there's a 15-year, and then a really, really long one, the max 42 years. But of course, that is just a very small number of tokens, but I wanted to explore. So let's jump ahead to the next page of regular stakes, and notice that the APY on a couple of these have grown. This is the 42-year stake. It's grown to 29%. And then here is a 15-year stake that has grown to 28%, so almost 30% on these two. The thing I also want to point out is that we had a sad situation, and you'll notice that some of these APYs have dropped off. This 35,000 token stake was getting, let's go back to the previous, here's 35,000 tokens. It was getting 18% APY. Okay, then what happened? Well, I scraped that stake. I took all of the, let's go back, see how there are 9,000 tokens of rewards. This is interest. This is how much I earned up to this point. Okay, so then what did I do? I scraped that interest. I took it and it dropped my APY actually all the way down to 1%, and it's since grown back up to 4%, 4.7%. It's going to keep growing, but it takes a while. But I've damaged the APY strength of this stake, and it makes me sad. Okay, I damaged this one also right here. This stake of 7,307 tokens is down to 4.4%. Let's go back and look at this 7,307 Wise token stake. Yeah, it was making 21.7% APY, and then I rated this profit and I scraped it. And I wish I didn't do it. It makes me sad. So let's go forward again. All right, these are regular stakes. So that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to scrape these. You don't want to close these early. You don't want to damage the APY. But guess what? I needed to do it, and I had the flexibility to do it. So I'm kind of glad, but I'm also I'm glad, but I'm sad. All right, let's move forward and look at the advanced stakes. All right, this is the superstar. It gets the gold star. Personally, I'm only going to be probably making advanced stakes in the future, but here's a couple of them. Now, remember, this is early 2025 right now that I'm making this video for you. And advanced staking did not begin until about 1.5 years ago. So for the first few years, we could only make regular stakes, which is fine. But now we have the flexibility of this far superior technology in being able to transfer these stakes out of this wallet into another wallet, or sell these stakes early when there will be a secondary market to be able to do that as well. We can borrow against these stakes, and when these tokens become much more valuable, which I believe they will, then these stakes are going to be incredibly powerful, and borrowing against them is going to be really something cool. So these two stakes are also getting 18% and respectively, which is great, and that is staking. So what do you think about my stakes? I like them, and you can have some stakes too if you want. All right, let's get a brief update on where we are, and then listen to Peter Girr. Okay, well, before I give a short progress report and then we hear the personal conversation I have with Peter Girr, we do have golden nugget number 9, and this one says, don't ever early terminate your stakes, or should I say scrape them, because you'll pay dearly, and if you do, you'll be sad. Well, you might not be sad, because you'll be glad. You've earned a lot, and hey, it's great that we have the flexibility though, right? You can close these stakes, you can cancel them, you can terminate them, and you can scrape them as you desire. But this golden nugget says don't do it. Okay, we've skipped back to this agenda just to get a quick update as to where we are. We've spent a good amount of time trying to understand what is Wise Token, and I hope that I've done a fair enough job for you so that you realize Wise Token is a staking token, Wise Token is fair, and Wise Token is safe, and Wise Token is also very powerful. I have one more golden nugget, number 10, to share, and then we start our conversation with Peter Girr. Here is golden nugget number 10, which says, use my referral link and I'll become your help desk. That's right, me, myself, and I, Randall. If you use my referral link to create some stakes, I'm gonna be there for you. And that means, I don't know, I guess I'm gonna just help you if you need help. I'm going to share with you some special security tips. I'm going to share with you some strategies, staking strategies. I'm going to help you if you need help staking or unstaking or scraping stakes. If you need help better understanding the Wise ecosystem as a whole, I can teach you how to transfer your stakes into another wallet if you're going to be doing that. I'd be happy to help your friends and family create some stakes of their own. I'll also share with you a very powerful staking strategy I developed called the ladder staking strategy. And I can't wait to share this one with you because it's quite brilliant. We can communicate through email, text, Zoom, and voice. It's up to you. And we can commiserate if there's a bull market, and we can certainly celebrate as Wise Token becomes a global reality and very, very powerful. Okay, it's time to hear the conversation I had with Peter Girr. Stay with me and stay with me to the end of this video. Back to then, I guess, the features of staking. There's two different types of stakes you can create: a regular stake and an advanced stake. And the difference is simply that the advanced stake can be transferred, can be moved. It's an NFT. You can borrow against it. And you can also sell them on a secondary market. That doesn't exist yet, but it will. This is early 2025, and that's going to develop. What are some other features?
Yeah, so I would recommend only doing advanced stakes, because advanced stake is like it's more features. It's features that we built later on top of regular Wise stakes, because being able to borrow against the value of your stakes is really huge. You definitely want to have that option, and being able to transfer it out. Let's say your wallet got burned, maybe you accidentally gave up your seed phrases to a scammer or something like that, or you just want to transfer that to a different wallet because you're using a different wallet now. So yeah, definitely encourage everybody to use advanced stakes, just because they have so much more features than regular stakes.
Okay, a couple things about that as well. I love the fact that with advanced stakes, which you can only make from really 1 day to up to 10 years, 10-year max, is that you can gift those also. If you have family, friends in need, or you want to just bless them, you want to give a child or a grandchild, one of your stakes as a reward or an encouragement, you can transfer some wealth that way, which is brilliant. That you also developed a referral system, Peter, which is extremely generous. And how does that work? It's called the critical mass referral system.
Yeah, so we have referral links that you can use. Anybody can make their own referral link. It's just your wallet address when you connect your wallet to the site, and you can use your referral address to give to other people. If they stake using your referral, then you're going to earn some additional value based on their stake. So they're going to earn more for being, the staker, but you're going to earn a little piece on top of that, like as long as their stake is going. And so so the qualification in order to become what you said, a critical mass refer, which is when you start earning, is $10,000 worth of value. So if you have, so we wanted to make sure that we're rewarding people who are serious about trying to encourage other people to stake. So that's why there's this bar of reaching $10,000 in value first in referred stakes, and then after you've done that, the sky's the limit. You will earn some Wise for every single stake that you refer. And there's a benefit to using a referral link. So if you make a stake but you don't use a referral link, it's actually going to be 10% less earning power. So it's good it's good for everyone, because the person who is staking is earning more APY, and you get referral benefits as well.
Yeah, well, there'd be no reason to create a stake without using a referral code. You're just throwing away 10% more shares. I'm a critical mass referrer, and I want to help my friends and family and new friends make stakes in Wise Token also, because I'm going to get a little bit from that, but as well, I want them to make a safe investment, crypto investment, where they have the chance to earn a lot over time. And we know that Wise Token itself can increase in value significantly. It can 10x, 100x, 1000x, given the right market conditions. So one of the values, Peter, that I'm offering when I'm encouraging my friends and family and new friends also to stake using my referral code is that I will become their help desk. And so, that's, basically the idea that if they need any help related to Wise Token, they can call me, email me, and I can help them in any way that I can. Do you think that's a good idea, good encouragement?
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic trade-off. When you're talking about blockchain and cryptocurrency, there's always going to be a learning curve for new people, making a crypto wallet, making sure that your operational security is on point and that you aren't doing things that are going to get you scammed. Like all this stuff is really important. And so just having somebody there that you could talk to is fantastic, especially a knowledgeable person like yourself who can really help them set them up for success and be able to answer their questions. So I think definitely a fantastic trade-off, especially since it's benefiting both people. Like we said before, people using referral links, they're going to earn 10% more power on their APY earning. So it only benefits both parties, and having a help desk is really, really important because I can't provide customer service to everyone who reaches out to me. And so being able to have somebody dedicated because you're the referrer for them and providing that service is absolutely fantastic value.
Peter, anything else you'd like to mention about DeFi, the world of Wise Token?
I think even after 5 years in the space, we're still really early. There's still a lot of adoption that's going to happen. So getting involved in something like Wise Token early, you get to be part of something before the whole world gets into decentralized finance. Like I know this is coming. Like every single year, we see the infrastructure getting better and better. It's still a little user unfriendly, and this is why we don't have the masses yet. But, with a help desk like yourself, we can overcome those obstacles very easily. It's not really that hard, especially when you have somebody to walk you through it. And you could be one of the early people to get into a project likewise, start earning a lot more than you can with, the stock market or traditional banking services. You could be in control of your own money, your wallet, your money. You control it, and you could be earning more, and you could be before the whole big herd, because the blockchain technology is something that is going to revolutionize the world. It's technology that's every bit as revolutionary as the internet. It just hasn't evolved yet to be able to be as user friendly so that we have the masses. So this is a change that is absolutely going to happen. It looks like it's going to happen mainly on Ethereum. The Ethereum ecosystem is by far the biggest and has the most money on it. The Ethereum token is the number 2 cryptocurrency by market cap next to Bitcoin. So this is all happening, and it's happening on Ethereum. And you could front run the herds by getting into a project like Wise. We're going to take care of you. We have done everything fairly. This is for the benefit of the community. And we're all going to grow, in wealth at the same time because of it. So that's my closing remarks.
Okay. Lastly, though, I did want to ask, when people are considering investing, getting some Wise token, finally maybe taking the plunge, the leap into cryptocurrency, and they hear about Wise, they think, well, okay, Wise sounds really safe, sounds like a good project, and there's a potential huge upside, and they want to get involved with staking. What kind of minimum denominations or investment, would you tell somebody for getting into Wise token and staking?
Well, Ethereum's fees for staking on the chain, the transaction fees can go up during a bull market significantly, where it could be, $50 to $100 sometimes even a couple $100 if the market's really going to be able to start and end stakes. Now, right now, it's like less than $1 to be able to stake, and it would only be a few dollars to end a stake that's like 1 or 2 years long. But so you just got to be cognizant of that, because if you're only staking like $20, for instance, that'd be a bad idea because the transaction fees on Ethereum. So I would recommend something in the thousands of dollars if you're going to be able to make a stake. If it's less than $1,000, then I wouldn't stake Wise. I would just hold Wise, because if you stake it, you're going to be
losing so much of your profits on the transaction fees for staking and unstaking. But then also consider that, if Wise goes up 100x or 1000x, then that value is going to be a lot more too. So you can consider that as well. Maybe the transaction fee wouldn't be such a big deal if the principal value has gone up by so many x's. So just be considerate of the fact that there might be a transaction fee that could be as much as like a few $100s if you're trying to end or start a stake in like a raging bull market.
Okay, great. Peter, I really appreciate your time today. I've enjoyed this conversation. We've learned a lot. Maybe we can do it again. I know you've poured your heart and soul into this project the last 5 years, and your family's been behind you. They've supported you. Somebody who I bet deserves a little acknowledgement and credit is your wife. So yeah, she's really stood behind you, hasn't she?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and my little 4-year-old who just turned 4 a few weeks ago, she's like a Wise baby too, because she was just born when we started Wise, and now she's 4 years old.
Does
So,
she have some owl stuffed animals? Does she like owls?
yeah, she loves owls. Yeah.
Okay, I love the mascot. We all love owls. Owls are great. Okay, Peter, thanks again for your time. It's great to see you, and we'll say goodbye and maybe get to talk to you again in the future. Okay, that was a great conversation with Peter Girr, didn't you think? That was just a short 10-minute section that I cut out of a larger conversation about Wise Token that Peter and I had, and that's about 45 minutes. I'm going to create a YouTube video out of that one, so of course be sure to like and subscribe to this so that you can see that full conversation as well. Next up is a brief introduction to the Wise ecosystem, but first I'm going to share with you 3 YouTubes that I'd like you to watch on your own time because of the level of help and details into DeFi crypto security. So let's take a look at those real quick, and then the Wise ecosystem. So this first YouTube, I'm not going to play any of this, just introduce this YouTuber to you. His name is CoffeeZilla. His real name is Stephen, and CoffeeZilla is just a fantastic internet sleuth. He uncovers scams, frauds, fake gurus, and crypto scammers. So I really recommend, if you've never heard of CoffeeZilla, that you simply go to YouTube, search for CoffeeZilla, and absolutely subscribe to his channel and watch anything related to the cryptocurrency scams that he reveals. It will help you learn to protect yourself. Okay, next is a video that Peter made about CoffeeZilla, because CoffeeZilla is exposing a scam by Logan Paul that Peter thought that CoffeeZilla did a great job exposing this, although he could have gone a little further. So that's what Peter does. He wants to explore this video a little more deeply. We'll just play a few seconds so you can get a feel for what Peter's talking about in this YouTube. And again, this YouTube video is located in the main Wise Token collection, Wise Token channel of YouTube videos, right? So do a search for Wise Admiral, and you'll find this one. Let's listen.
What's up, crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to another video. My name is Peter, and today we're going to be diving a little deeper on the Logan Paul scam as covered by CoffeeZilla. So if you don't know who CoffeeZilla is, he has risen in the ranks significantly for doing great investigative journalism, especially in cryptocurrency. And he just did a 3-part series covering the Logan Paul scam, where he made a zoo token. And I'm not going to even get into it. I just want to focus on one specific aspect, which was the creation of the liquidity pool, because these are how a lot of people get you this way, with a creation of the liquidity pool. So I think it's really important for us to understand how it worked, and we're going to dive deeper into that today.
Okay, we'll stop here, and I really encourage you to watch that. It's very interesting. Okay, Next up is another YouTuber named Cyber Skrilla. I think his real name is Alex. He just does a fantastic job also exposing crypto scams. And this is just a screenshot of his YouTube channel. So go find this and then find under his videos, his collection of videos, find this one thumbnail called Crypto Scams, and the title of it is called Crypto Scams Exposed: 5 Tips to Not F Up. This is really good exposure that he's doing here. In fact, all of his videos are great, and he does some pretty serious deep dives into cold storage, cold wallets. These are a security level, another way that you can add protection to yourself in protecting your crypto. So I really recommend that you subscribe to this guy and listen to all of his stuff. Okay, great. Moving on. Now, here we are at the beginning of really this section on the Wise ecosystem, but everything is the Wise ecosystem, right? Even what we've already touched on is a great deal of it. Again, I picture the Wise ecosystem just as a big circle with 3 smaller circles in it. One of those small circles is Wise staking. The other one is wiselending.com. And then the third one is liquidnfts.com, which is a little bit just on hold right now. But that's the Wise ecosystem in an essence. Right here we have our new owl friend, Harvey. And who's Harvey? I don't know if he looks like an accountant or a private banker or some kind of hedge fund owner. I think he's a hedge fund owner, right? He's all business. I want to point out that there are 8 ways to earn money in the Wise ecosystem. What are those ways? Number 1, Wise token staking. We've taken a good look at that so far, but stay with me because I'm going to be creating a live stake for you so you can see how easy it is. The other way is just hold Wise tokens liquid. You don't have to stake them. Get your Wise tokens and just sit on them. Have you ever heard of the DeFi terminology HODL? HODL. It's in the terminology list that I gave you. Hold on for dear life. That's what you do. You hold Wise until they go up. 3, the Wise R DAO token. So the Wise ecosystem is really a 2-token ecosystem. The Wise R token is a DAO token. Anybody can participate and acquire those. That's you're gonna have to do a little bit more of your own homework and do all of the reading. That is something I could help you with if you ended up using my referral link and you were interested in exploring that. Number 4, liquidnfts.com. This is going to allow you to borrow against blue chip NFTs or your advanced stakes when the time is right. And 5, wiselending.com, which is a very sophisticated lend borrow site. We're going to look at that a little bit deeper immediately. And then 6, power farms. Power farms are an exotic one-button strategy for earning significant yield with up to 15x leverage. This is an option within Wise Lending as well. Number 7, the World Mobile RWA Vault. RWA stands for Real World Asset. This is something you can deposit USDC into. It also resides on wiselending.com, and this pays out a fixed 20% APY. So that is very significant, very powerful. And then number 8, critical mass staking referral system. That's right. That's what my referral link is. And there's a way that you can earn passive income by helping other people stake. So you can do it too if you want. All right. This says the number 8 has many symbolic meanings, including a new beginning, regeneration, balance, infinity, prosperity. Okay, I just thought that was cool. All right, let's keep moving on. Here we are. Before we take a sample of Peter's video, how the Wise token ecosystem works, which is a wonderful overview of the entire Wise token ecosystem, I have a comment, and you may think this is silly, but think about it. I really wonder who will be the very first doctoral candidate to do their thesis on Wise token. Yeah, that's right. I believe a student trying to obtain their PhD in cryptography or computer science or blockchain technology or advanced finance could easily do their research thesis on Wise. So maybe you want to investigate that if you're a student. Just an idea. Maybe it's a silly one, but also maybe it's a good one. Well, here's Peter. Let's take a sample and hear what he has to say.
What's up, crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to another video. My name is Peter, and today we're going to be talking about the Wise token ecosystem. I made this nifty little graphic for you to explain it all, and this is an exciting time for us, an exciting period in our timeline, because we are 3 years into the development of the Wise token ecosystem. And we started with the liquidity pool, the Wise ETH liquidity pool that we created 2 years ago, a little bit more than 2 years ago, and now we're just finishing some of the products that are in our ecosystem. So we're going.
Okay, so that's a good little sampling. I'd like you to watch this video in its entirety on your own. As you can see, it's only 12 minutes long. If you're interested. Well, here we are. We've landed at wiselending.com. This is really the flagship protocol of the Wise token ecosystem, because this protocol is a sophisticated lend-to-borrow site that has the opportunity, the potential to earn significant revenue for the Wise token ecosystem. And that revenue, instead of going into the pockets of Peter and some founder group, no, this revenue gets poured back into the community, so Wise token holders benefit. And it's just a beautiful design. This is a very powerful lend-borrow site. I want to just read this to you and then drill down and find the World Mobile Vault. So it says, highest APY farming options. We integrated the top DeFi yield sources into our platform so that borrowers can seamlessly arbitrage the best yield opportunities with our lending pools. This fire hose of demand ensures lenders are being paid the highest competitive rates on their deposits. Okay, let's take a look at the real world asset vault. Let's take a look at this World Mobile Vault. This is a real company, and you deposit USDC and it pays a fixed 20% APY. So Peter made a YouTube video on this. You'll find it at the Wise Admiral YouTube channel. Go there and watch the video that he made about this company. It's fantastic. This is a real company, and it's a very solid company. I wanted to point out that Peter made another YouTube video worth watching on wiselending.com, and this is a tutorial, 6.5 minute long video, and Peter does a fantastic job helping us better understand how wiselending.com works and how we can use it as our own very safe crypto bank. All right, we have made it all the way to how to onboard into Wise token crypto. This is really for newer people to crypto. If you don't have a MetaMask wallet or a Rabby wallet and you don't possess any cryptocurrency, you haven't taken the dive yet, I'm going to show you how to do it. And this is going to be, I think, pretty helpful, pretty useful for you. Obviously, if you already do crypto, this is a no-brainer for you. You've already done these steps, and you do crypto. All right, let's move on. Wonderful, we've made it so far together. Let's keep going and learn how to onboard into Wise Crypto. This is, by the way, Samantha, and isn't she wonderful? She is absolutely stunning, and she just looks like a protector to me, always looking after her little ones. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can help me with a description. Who's Samantha? What do you see in Samantha? Okay, let's look at some of the details of how to onboard. I have 11 steps here. The first one is open a Gemini account. Now, you don't need a Gemini account. You could use Gemini.com, you could use Crypto.com, Coinbase.com or Coinbase.io, I think. There are others, Kraken.io. I think you can use any crypto exchange that you would like. These are centralized exchanges, right, that I'm talking about. A centralized exchange is not DeFi. It's not DeFi crypto. A centralized exchange isn't decentralized, it's centralized exchange. And you need an account in one of these Gemini.com type exchanges in order to enter into DeFi crypto. So I use Gemini.com. I'm going to show you how to open an account with them. It's very easy. Step number 2, transfer money from your bank via an ACH transfer into your Gemini account. This will take a few days to set this up. Be aware. Number 3, you're gonna buy Ethereum on the Gemini exchange. That's right, you're gonna get your ETH, and that is a pretty exciting time because with Ethereum, you can do a lot of DeFi, and you can get your WISE tokens if you want. Number 4, download the MetaMask crypto wallet. You don't have to use MetaMask. I use MetaMask. You can use Rabby. You can use both. But get a MetaMask wallet and pin that wallet. Number 5, pin the MetaMask wallet to your Chrome browser extension. Okay, you can do that. Number 6, send your Ethereum from your Gemini account into your MetaMask wallet. Okay, these are the steps that every crypto person has done already before you, and you can do it, I'm telling you. Number 7, swap your Ethereum for WISE tokens so that you can create your stakes. Number 8, create new advanced stakes with your WISE tokens. Number 9, use my referral code when you're making that stake, creating that stake, so you get an extra 10% bonus. And you don't have to use my referral code, use anyone's. But if you want me to be your help desk, you'll have to use mine. Number 10, that's right, I'll be your help desk. And number 11, watch your stakes grow. That's the fun part. Okay, let's move on. Okay, here we are at Gemini.com. I use Gemini as I stated, so I'll use this account whenever I want to add more crypto. I'll go through this exchange. If I want to sell some crypto, if I'm exiting back into fiat money, back into cash, I will use this exchange to sell some Ethereum and move money back into my bank account. And that's what all crypto people do. And again, if you're new to crypto, you'll be doing this as well. So very easy to set up an account. Just click Get Started, and you're gonna have to provide personal information. Remember, this is a regulated crypto business. These exchanges require that you give them KYC. KYC is basically just personal information about yourself, maybe your driver's license, your home address. You can't fake this stuff. You have to provide it because it has to match your bank information. So this is a level of banking, essentially. You're going to share this. KYC stands for Know Your Customer, and they are required to get this information from you. So you'll fill out all of this account setup information, and then you'll be set up. Sometimes it takes them a day or two to actually scrutinize you and get back to you. If you are a person who's had a lot of problems with the federal government or with law enforcement, it's possible that they won't give you an account. So just be aware of that. But I'm sure that everybody listening to me, watching this, is a really good person, right? You know how much I love sharing my golden nuggets with you. This is number 11 already of 14. We are winding down, but this one is nonetheless very important. Never share your MetaMask seed phrase with anybody. Okay, we're gonna get into this a little bit because this is so important that you know how to protect yourself. And when I say never share your MetaMask seed phrase with anybody, it means anybody. If somebody has your seed phrase, they have your crypto. So it has to be someone you trust, you love implicitly, okay? You want them to have it if you're gonna share it. So I have a lot of tips on this, and I'm going to share a few of them with you, not all of them. Some of them, frankly, I'm only going to share with people who use my referral link because I've thought very deeply about security and about how to manage these on-point security measures. You really need to do it right. You've got to protect yourself. Okay, the next step in learning to onboard into Wise Token Crypto is to download your MetaMask wallet. This is an informational page that I took from the metamask.io website where we are headed next. And it's just a little, it's got some questions really you should read. You need to read this. I'm going to read this second question. Is MetaMask safe? Yes, MetaMask is a trusted crypto wallet used by more than 30 million people worldwide with security features like encryption, blockade, and seed phrases. Remember when I said seed phrases? The last golden nugget said never share your seed phrase with anybody. That means this seed phrase. Continuing, it is, however, a hot wallet and is best used in combination with a compatible hardware wallet. A hardware wallet is also known as a cold wallet or cold storage. So yes, you can increase your security by adding this feature. You're going to have to learn about that on your own. At this moment, I'll tell you, I introduced you to a YouTuber just a few screens back named Cyber Skrilla. And this is his specialty, and he does a fantastic job teaching you how to use a hardware wallet and keep your crypto safe. Also, down here, this says seed phrases in this fourth paragraph. Also known as a secret recovery phrase, MetaMask utilizes seed phrases to help users recover their MetaMask wallets should they ever forget or lose their passwords. Okay, so once again, a couple tips, by the way, on your seed phrase. When you download your MetaMask wallet, don't take a picture of it. Don't type it into your computer. Don't take a screenshot of it. Do not email it to yourself. Only write it down on paper, okay? That's a key. Write it down several times, make several copies, store it in a few different places, and don't ever share it with anybody. Here is the MetaMask.io website, as you can see, and this is the place you're going to go to download your MetaMask wallet. You choose based on whichever browser you're using. You may have to, you can see you can use Chrome, Firefox, Brave, Opera, or Edge. So it's up to you. You're probably going to have to download the most recent version of whichever of these browsers you typically use. Okay, so gonna let you do that on your own. Well, onboarding into Wise Token Crypto is very simple, just a few steps. I know you're gonna do a fantastic job. Now we've made it to the end where we're going to create a Wise Token stake. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Gonna make one live. And listen, I really appreciate you staying with me for this long. I don't know if you've been curious at all about my backdrop, what's behind me, but if you stay until the very end, outtakes, I'm gonna show you a close-up of what some of that strange stuff behind me is. Some of it's interesting, some of it's not so interesting. Here we are back in the documents section under staking on the main website, wisetoken.net. And before you create any stakes, of course, you're gonna wanna review this section, okay? We've got golden nuggets, number 12 and 13 back to back. 12 says make ladder stakes instead of random individual stakes. Of course, it's okay to make random individual stakes. I just love this ladder staking strategy, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. Here's golden nugget number 13, make advanced stakes instead of regular stakes, or do both. Okay, why not? I'm very glad to be able to share with you my staking ladder strategy. It's rather simple. It might not be for everybody, but it allows a lot of activity over the years. So the idea is, if you look at this left chart, you're going to want to start each of your stakes at 5 years so you get the best bang for your buck and the full 25% bonus shares. Of course, you get an additional 10% bonus shares when you use someone's referral link. So you're always going to want to use a referral link. And here you go. This shows as an example using 5,000 tokens for each stake. You're going to make a stake for year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, and year 10. And in the staking application, you're going to enter these criteria for each stake that you make. This is based on an example of $6,000 total. You get 30,000 tokens if Wise were at 20 cents. And so that allows, of course, you know, I would love to be able to make this chart over here, making a stake every quarter, starting at year 5, all the way down to year 10. That's 21 different stakes. I'd love to make every one of these stakes 100,000 tokens or 200,000 tokens. But you can start with as low as 5,000 tokens. That's rather small, but it's good. So this, I'll let you chew on this, take a screenshot of this, think about it, and it might be something that's good for you. Here's my referral link that I'm happy to share with you. I would love it if you used it, and it will be accessible in the description below. You can just click on that or copy it and enter it into your browser, and there you go. This is amazing. We have already made it to the 14th and final golden nugget, which says make stakes for a minimum of 5 years so you get the 25% bonus shares. Next, this is Constantine. He is a yellow, reddish, orangish owl made out of a lucite composite by Brazilian abstract artist and inventor Abraham Palatnik. He died in 2020, sadly, at the age of 92. His work can be found in MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art in New York City. I've been there. I just love his work. I wanted to share that with you, and maybe you'll get one. Okay, this is a big deal. We are on my browser that has my MetaMask wallet pinned to it. It's a Brave browser, but I am going to click. You can see my MetaMask wallet right here is pinned to this browser. Here is the, we're at the wisetoken.net website. This is the app, the staking app within the website. And I'm going to click right here where it says create advanced stake in Wise tokens. I have Wise. I'm not going to use ETH. ETH would just be converted into Wise tokens anyway. So I click on this and it opens up the staking app. I'm going to have to scroll up here a little so you can see it. And this is where we enter the details. And so staking amount. All right, how many tokens am I going to use? All right, let's say 25,000 Wise tokens. Okay, there we go. And it says number of days. All right, well, I want to do 5 years. Okay, 5 years we know is 1,825 days. If I wanted to make this 10 years, which actually I kind of do, I'd make it 3,650, right? 3,650 days. That's 10 years. All right, 3,650 days. All right, let's make a 10-year stake. Notice when I did a stake for at least 5 years, this is 10 years, so I get the bonus. I get the duration bonus, it's called. I got 25% bonus. All right, it's actually a little bit more because it's over 5 years, but you don't get anything significant in terms of extra percentage. Only up to 5 years, 25. That's the max. But I get the advantage of keeping this stake going for an additional 5 years, not just 5 years, but 10 years. It's going to grow enormously. Now you can see right here. It has, this is my referral link that I have in, and yes, I could use my referral link. You can use your own referral link. If you want to use your own referral link, just read the documents, figure it out. You can do it. You don't need me, but you might want me. Okay, so here, I'm going to choose not my own referral link. I'm going to choose the team referral link. Okay, this goes to Peter and his amazing team of geniuses. Okay, so when I click that, it changes the referral address here to a different number. And that's Peter's team. So I'm getting 10% bonus for that. There's no reason not to use a referral link. You could use Peter's also, use the team one. All right, so now, when make sure this box is checked, it says, I would like to open this stake as advanced stake with transfer option. That's what you want. All right, so create stake. Here we go. Boom. All right, it is calculating. MetaMask is doing its job on the Ethereum blockchain network, and it will calculate how much the gas will be. That is the amount of fees that it's going to cost to start this stake, to begin this stake. And it looks like it's going to only be 62 cents and only take 12 seconds. Okay, here we go. Confirm. That's what we like, seeing it spinning. Where's my stake? My stake is, oh, it's done already. Fantastic. So the total shares I got for putting in 25,000 Wise tokens converted to this total of shares, 96,443. And this is going to get my APY way up. It's probably going to start at 14 or 15% and probably will climb to nearly 20%. I'm going to click done. Great. No, it says create advanced stake. All right, we're done. I created a stake. How about that? And there it is. This is showing up in my staking app with my stakes. And it says it was started today, April 19th, 2025. Now you know what the date is. It actually begins tomorrow. There's a 24-hour sort of clearing period. And here's the number of stakes, 25,000 tokens, converted into 96,444 shares. And my APY right now is nothing. It's zero. It's not showing up. But tomorrow it's going to show up at probably 14%. And then it's going to grow probably to 19% or 20% over the next period of, I don't know, number of months, maybe a year. But I'm going to be doing very well, and I'm very happy about that. And so, hey, it was a pleasure to create a stake with you. If you want to create some stakes, why not? Elizabeth is our final owl that we get to meet today. She is stunning and waving goodbye to all of us. She's got, though, a few important reminders, just some miscellaneous stuff that you might want to pay attention to, and that is CoinGecko.com. That's a fantastic site for DeFi crypto. Uniswap.org, another great site. Wisestats.org. This has very specific statistics on the Wise token. Number 4, Discord.com. This is a community. There's a server in there called Wise, and you can engage with the community and ask questions and learn. Also, number 5 here says that my companion website, which should be listed below, is up and running, if not now, pretty soon. And then my email address can also be found if you have some questions you want to email me. You may also book a Calendly session below with me. So that's pretty much it. We just have a couple more things. Well, I want to thank you for your time today. I want to also give some special thanks to my beautiful wife, Sonia. She's been incredibly patient and kind and constantly cheering me on. Peter Girr, founder of Wise Token, can not give him ever enough thanks and appreciation. He is a real man of integrity. Ali Abdal, he is a super YouTuber who helps people create YouTubes. So if you have an idea for a YouTube, he'll help you. And then also Rob the Maritimer. He is an expert YouTuber, and he's also excellent at helping guide you through the process of creating content on YouTube. And these guys helped me a great deal. So I just want to give them thanks. But that's about it. Thanks again for your time. I want to say goodbye now. Stay with me for a couple more minutes if you're curious about what's behind me. Bye-bye. For anybody who was curious about the backdrop or this board behind me, here it is. And I'm going to show you guys a few things in here. You know what this is? This is a printer's drawer, a vintage printer's drawer when printers used to have like wooden blocks and metal stamping blocks for printing stuff. Like this is a T that came with this one, and I left it in here. I found this drawer at like a garage sale or estate sale. I don't know. I painted it white because I thought it'd be cool to put some things in it. Here's like a little Cupid doll or a troll with beautiful pink hair. I think this is from the 80s maybe. Nice little bum. I don't know. It's just junk. It's just stuff that I like, that I curated. I put it together. I found this stuff. Some of it I like very much. Some of it I want to throw away right now. This is awesome. This is a Kawasaki belt buckle. So with, if you have motorcycles, you gotta love that, right? This looks like an old teapot. Oh no, maybe it's a coffee pot from like Turkey. I don't know. A couple of plastic skiers. They've got plans for the day. They're gonna go on a fun trip. Here's looks like a brass abacus. This is how people used to count. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably what this is worth. 5. Plastic rhino. I suppose my son played with that. I don't know how it got there. This is very cool. BMW belt buckle. Looks like, yeah, it's nice. A men's cologne. I smelled this a couple days ago. It was wonderful. This looks like some Barclays old lead ice skater. He's got a cool pose, right? It looks like he's pulling something out of his pocket. All right, this is the nicest thing here. This is like a very old triangle-shaped bottle that says poison on the side. So I guess there was poison in here. But there's an owl on there. How cool is that? I love, this is probably worth a couple $100. Here's another owl from the 70s, I think. There's some shot glasses in here. So you need that in your pocket in case you run into a bottle of vodka. All right, this is a tiny heron. It looks like I'm pretty sure this is bronze. It's like a little tiny sculpture. Don't know what to do with it. I can tell you I like it. Another skater, no big deal. This is interesting, right? This is a vintage salt cellar. Put your salt in there and pinch it out onto your meal. And here's a frog. How did this tiny frog get here? No idea. But if you need a miniature frog, I've got one. This looks like a Inuit Eskimo. I don't think you're supposed to say Eskimo anymore for some reason, but it's pretty cool. This is some horse jewelry. If you're a horse person, you'd probably love this. This looks like a pair of cufflinks for men, maybe a tie tack. I don't really need any horse heads anymore, so let me know if you need those. This is beautiful. This is a lady's brooch. Now remember, I found all this stuff at like garage sales and estate sales and swap meets and antique stores. You know, it's largely junk, but someone has to preserve this stuff. You've got to find it and get it, and then instead of just leaving it in a drawer, why not display it? You know, hang it on your wall. That might be worth some money. Here's a military guy shooting a machine gun, probably World War I or II, probably one. Barclays maybe. It's very heavy lead. Look at this. This is from the Concorde. The Concorde used to be a jet that flew out of France all over the world very quickly. And it's like a little knife and fingernail clippers. Maybe they gave this to passengers. You know, the passengers paid like $10,000 for a ticket, so they probably got something. This looks like another brooch, lady's brooch. This is a tiny lead Noah's Ark. It's very heavy. I probably need to keep this. I might need that. And here's some more cufflinks. These are golf cufflinks. If you're a golfer, what is a cufflink? I guess it's a link that holds your cuff. So that's good to have. Here's a Kmart award somebody won. I didn't work there, but someone did. Someone did a good job and they were acknowledged, and we're proud of them. Here's another brooch. Here it looks like an Avon glass or lucite red apple with some diamonds. So that's really lovely actually. Here's an aardvark, or no, maybe that's a hedgehog. It's very, very tiny, very cute. Here's a little glass dish. We could put a tiny miniature Christmas ham or turkey in there. Here's some other stuff down here that we really need to take a look at. A miniature whale, another tie tack thing. This is actually a Native American Indian with a rifle. Okay, that's cool. I used to love the 49ers, not so much anymore. Here is a green, I thought this little green creature, but it says stamped 84. I thought it was it says Green Adler on it. I don't know, can you read that? I thought this was from Warhammer 40,000, but now I don't know what it is. He looks scary and angry, but whatever. Beautiful brooch or locket. This plastic red guy, no idea. Some other things. Little tiny guy. What's going on here? Gotta love the vintage toy car. Here, this says cross of color, so Don't know anything about it. Some lovely perfume from Paris. Coffee. Okay, look, if you love coffee like I love coffee, we could definitely be friends. Beautiful little teddy bear. That's got to be from Holland. What is that? It's just a little thing, a little display. Let's get a little closer on some of these things. Look at this. This looks like an atom, protons and neutrons going around the world. I don't know. Beautiful little heavy, pewter metal dog. It's like a standard poodle. Very nice. Goldwater and 64. What the heck? Nobody voted for him, right? Look at this ring. It's beautiful. No idea. It's probably fake, but it's in here. Somehow got in here. Money clip. Golfers on it. I like that. It's a very small money clip. I need a big one, man. I need to hold some big money. As soon as I get some big money, I'm gonna get a big money clip. Another skater. What is this? It's a little tiny miniature solid. It's kind of solid, kind of heavy. It says oil match. What is that? Maybe advertising? What do you do with it? Look at this. This is so cool. These are elephants, probably porcelain. It says made in Japan. So I don't know what it is. I know that we lost one elephant trunk, and that is so sad. Can't really replace it. I don't know how, but look, I got 3 more. I don't want to lose any of these other ones, so I don't really want to touch it. Here's a little bugle boy, and then whoa, what is this? Looks like a little tiny miniature Bible verses. All right, could do some late night reading. Gonna need a microscope to read it. This looks like a German nobleman or prince, or I have no idea. Who knows, right? A couple chalices, wine cups. Yeah, we like wine. Here's looks like a brass die. Okay, a little pig with a penny in it, I suppose. All right. Okay, well, we kind of took a look at everything here, and if there's anything you absolutely need, let me know. Maybe I'll just send it to you, because I don't really need it, but I like it.